Hey guys, in this video we'll be learning about variables. So what's a variable? A variable is like a box in memory that can hold some data. So it's the same as in the high school math, we have variables like x, y, and z. So in programming, a variable must point to a location in memory. So we can imagine it as a box like I've said. This box is named x, and we're assigning the value 5 to this box. So here 5 will be contained in this box that has the name x. So here the variable named x contain now the value 5. So this box lives in the computer memory. It contains the value 5, and the variable x points to this box that lives in the memory. So basically when we call x or when we type x, we point to this location, we fetch in this location this box that contains 5, and we return 5 to the variable x. So now the variable has some properties. So what's the properties of the variables? So each variable can contain one type at a time. Don't worry, we'll discuss data types in the next video. Each variable should be declared before being used, and each variable should be initialized when declared. So we'll discuss these now in Visual Studio Code in a while. Variables cannot start with a number or special character. Variables must start with an underscore or a letter. Variables are case sensitive. So here now we have an example of the variables. So this variable named x, we're assigning the value 14. This is correct. It's a valid Python syntax and it won't give us an error. So now this is also name, and we're assigning it Noor. We'll discuss now in the Visual Studio Code the difference between these codes and without codes. This is not a valid variable name because it starts with a number. This also is not a valid variable name because it starts with a $sign. This is valid because it does not contain any special character here, and we're assigning the value 10 to this a. Here also it's valid, and like I've said, the variable are case sensitive. So this capital A is different than the lowercase a. So now let's head to Visual Studio Code. Now we're in Visual Studio Code. Let's create a new Python script called variables.py. So now let's define, for example, the variable age and set it to your age. My age, for example, is 25. And let's set another variable called maybe name. Let's assign it to Noor. We can't write Noor like this because, like you said in the previous video, the text should be in double quotes or in single quotes. So now let's print the age, and let's print my name. Let's type Python like we did in the last video. The script name variables.py. So now we have 25 and my name. So like I said, we can't have variables that starts with number. For example, this is not valid. Like you see here, we have a problem. It's not valid. And if we try to start with a special character like this and say, for example, also name, this is also not valid. And like I've said, it's case sensitive. So if we write a equal 15 and a equal 14, it's actually different, not the same variable. And now let's run it. See, we have 14 and 15 because we're not overriding here this a because it's case sensitive. So this a is different than this a. And now this is called initializing when we write equal. So we have to initialize the variable when we declare it. When we declare it means that giving it a name. So here we're giving it the name a. So basically, if we just try to, for example, say b, it also gives us an error because we need to initialize it. So we need to type equal and put the value here. For example, this number. Okay, so now we know how to create and assign variables. So I think this is enough for this video. Let us learn about the multiple data type in the next video. So see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.